If you're having problems with your Guardian garage door operator safety sensors, here's a quick troubleshooting guide to help you find out what the most common problems are that might be causing them to malfunction. If you're looking at the lights on your garage door sensor, you want to make sure that they're always solid and not flickering on both sides. The biggest problem that you're going to have with these sensors most of the time comes with the wiring. You're going to want to check your wires here. You might have to pull off this tape, make sure that they're properly spliced, because if they're not, that can cause a problem. If somebody ran a staple in them or the staple's too tight, that can also cause problems by pinching the connection. Sometimes you can have baseboard that got put down over top of the wire that's pinching it as well. And in this case, we have wire here, but in some cases, if people didn't put them underneath their sheetrock, they're gonna have wires that are run all the way up here and over and then back to your motor. And if that's the case, you're gonna wanna check those wires all the way down and over and make sure, if they're stapled, that none of the staples are too tight and pinching the wire. Something to note with Guardian garage door sensors, you see how this one has a green light? This is the sending eye. And on the far side, that one's a red light, it's the receiving eye. One thing that can cause your safety sensors to have problems is if they get too much exposure to the sunlight. So in this case, if your safety sensor's on this side, and there's a lot of sun coming in, hitting that day after day, year after year, that can cause problems with the signal getting sent to the receiver. So if that's the case when you replace these, you should consider switching the sending eye and the receiving eye, because you want the sending eye to have the least amount of sunlight possible. Another thing that can cause your sensors to malfunction and not have a solid connection is if the glass on the sensor is dirty. So if they're really old, or maybe you kick up a lot of dust, if you have a dusty driveway, that can cause dirt to get on this glass. So you'll just want to take some glass cleaner and some paper towel and just kind of wipe those off, and sometimes that can fix your problem. You'll also want to check and make sure that the wires that go into the connection points here in the back of your motor are in there nice and tight as well. Sometimes if they're not in there very tight, or if one of them comes loose or something like that, that can cause a break in the signal between the sensors. If you're trying to figure out whether your wire's been pinched or cut or is not connected properly somewhere in the wall or in the ceiling, then the easiest way to do that is to get a long piece of wire, splice it into this wire. So you would take that one apart and splice a piece of wire into this wire and connect it directly up here to the back of your operator. And if your light still doesn't come on, you know that you have a bad connection somewhere in that wire, up in here somewhere, or in the back of the wall. In which case you're gonna have to run a wire on the wall or the ceiling and bring it back over here to the motor. If you check all those things and none of them work, and you still don't get lights on your sensors, it's possible you have a bad sensor and you need to replace it. If you do that, you're gonna wanna replace both sensors at the same time, because when one goes, the other one typically is gonna go too. If that's something that you're going to do, give us a call or stop by our office and pick up a new set of safety sensors. Watch this video to see how to replace sensors on a Guardian operator. If you have any other problems with your garage door or garage door opener, please contact us today. We can help.